With Tyler the Creator surprise dropping a new album out of nowhere, I just realized that he's been making music for like 16 years now, which is probably longer than half his fan base has been alive. But seriously, his journey from being ridiculed and hated by the media to being seen as the creative genius he is now, it's been pretty cool to watch, so I thought it'd be nice to look back at all of his albums and rank them from worst to best to see just how far his vision has come. And in last place, unfortunately I have to put Cherry Bomb. I actually think it's really underrated. It's the first album that made me a fan of his when I was 15, but I do get why a lot of people doubted Tyler's future in music after this came out. And then in sixth place, I kind of have to put Bastard and Goblin together. These albums do showcase a lot of raw talent from Tyler as a teenager, but they lack the musical complexity of his later work. And then while Chromacopia follows the eclectic path of Call Me If You Get Lost, including a lot of different sounds, ideas, and styles, I think it has some good tracks, but it lacks the personal connection that I feel with his other albums. At number 4, Wolf marks Tyler's first evolution beyond edgy shock rap. It's almost totally self-written and produced, which is really impressive because it showcases this deeper artistic musical talent he would later become known for at a time when people weren't really paying attention to him for that reason. At number 3, I would say Call Me If You Get Lost is my personal most listened to Tyler album. The features are really unique, it's a blend of all of his styles, it's just a fun album. Maybe not his artistic peak or his objectively best work, but I personally love every single song, and that's good enough for me, right? At number 2 though, I think Eigor is one of the craziest yearning albums that's ever been made. It's just so unique, and the emotional level he got to here is crazy. I also think it was probably the biggest era of Tyler's career yet. Watching him go for a completely unique sound and still dominate with it is pretty nuts. It's something that he had never done before, not a lot of people have at all. Objectively, it's probably the best thing he ever made, and I get why it's his most streamed, most successful, most awarded album, and so many people love it. But at number 1, I would have to say his best album that I respect the most, I think it's the most influential, it's Flower Boy. Truly one of the most influential albums of the 2010s. It has absolutely beautiful production. It was popular for years after it came out. And the sound that Tyler created with this project, all the artists he was working with, it's basically timeless. It defines that era of what music was at the time. Plus, it's what initially established him as being like this genius, creative, universally loved artist after being someone who was kind of loved and hated at the same time for the first 8 years of his career. And so at the end of the day, I think it's probably a toss-up of what will Tyler be remembered for the most? Flower Boy, Eigor, whichever one you like the most, they're absolute classics of modern music. So let me know what your favorite Tyler the Creator album is in the comments. Maybe my list was good, maybe it's bad, but either way,